Yeah, check the mic. Word up. OG Big Sam holds the crown. With the fam, we run the town. Mad Monday with the general. Every move is fundamental. Wicked T Wednesday. Fridays high noon madness. Master content agility. Avoiding all the sadness. Always tune in to the network. Mr. White.
What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, it's the People's OG, aka Mr. White, and my homie, my road dog, the pot stirrer, aka the freshman, on this almighty OG Smackdown review with a lot of things to talk about. Last night was kind of eventful. This week has been kind of eventful.
Yeah.
From the storylines and the build-ups to upcoming events and the rivalry build-ups. It's pretty eventful. Yeah. So freshman, where do you want to jump this off at?
Let's start with the debut of Zilla.
Yeah.
You did, man. Came in with an explosive entrance.
Yeah. It's been a lot being made of why he didn't come on to the main, but that was a move of his own doing. He listening to a lot of different podcasts and wrestling websites. He told Roman and Triple H and Rock that he wanted to make his dig up. He felt like himself that he wasn't ready to be on the main roster. Hey, when you know what I'm saying. So it is NXT. He is in Shawn Michaels' hands, which I think is a good place to be. The debut was exciting. It was hard hitting. And the crowd, the WWE universe, the NXT universe was with it. It popped, it hit, it blew the roof off. The anticipation was worth the wait if you saw it. It had everybody, jumping out their seats and was, there was standing room only in the house when it happened. Nobody was sitting. And he made it do. His move into the ring is what being talked about. That baseball slide into the ring. So what do you think of Zilla's debut and entrance?
Explosive. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, it had me on my feet. I'm like, oh, when I seen it drop and he going there and drop both of them boys, splashing both, I'm like, oh yeah. He's definitely going to be a star. Me personally, I kind of feel like the reason why he didn't just jump to the main roster, he probably sees what's going on with the storyline, and he probably think like he don't know a way to work himself into that just yet, because even with Triple H and stuff like that, it still kind of fall on you to kind of find your role on the main roster, and like how you're going to play the dynamic and how you can still be you know what I'm saying, and stand out, but also still fall in with the storyline, because most likely he's going to mix in with the bloodline and probably well, we'll get to that. We'll get.
During the week, in my digging, looking for the things to talk about, I come to find that there's real heat with him and Solo. because he's not feeling Solo using Umaga's finisher. That's real heat right there. He didn't have nothing nice to say about Solo on a couple of websites and podcasts. So yeah.
Let me throw this out there then. Do you think he's waiting for the opportunity to screw over Solo?
Yeah, I think so.
And that's I think that's why he probably didn't want to come to the main roster. Just
Umaga is that's I think his dad or his uncle. I think Umaga was his dad. I think if I remember that.
I think that's his dad.
Yeah. He's not feeling how Solo is and then with that there's some real strong underlying currents. He didn't talk to him about using that move, given that's his dad shit. You know what I'm saying? Just out here, Fajay in it with it. I'm telling you, it's real family tension.
I understand because he was probably looking to carry on.
Yeah,
that name and
that
like
move.
that, and you just come out of nowhere and you like, nah, bro, you should have got your own stuff. Don't take my pops. Out of all people, you took my pops.
Yeah. And he used himself as an example. He said, "Hey man, I got on the phone and I called the big homie and asked could I use the Superman punch." You know what I'm saying? You could have went there saying, things gonna get interesting. Going in. Yeah, I figure he'll take the upcoming 12 months in NXT. He's already with all of everything that happened on NXT, and he took aim at the NXT champ, who was in the audience. When he brought himself in, and stormed the ring. So everything is set, for his impact. But yeah, you got a lot of drama, a lot of impact. You have a few stories to go there. I think it's going to be interesting in like I said, watching him. I think it was it Steph's podcast?
Most likely, I think I've seen him on there.
Yeah, when he was talking about saying how he plans to come, because it was a lot being made of where he was going to debut, but and I thought it was going to be a swerve and he was coming to the main roster, but then seeing what he said about it, he felt like from a ring's philosophical point and commentary point of microphone skills, he wasn't ready for to be up on the main. So I think it was a smart move. And being coming in and being in under Shawn Michaels' wing, under HBK's wing, to get that mentorship, and being able to get some reps and practice, on some things before he moves up. Hey, I can't wait to see how it turns out.
Ironically, he can kind of take the Solo road because Solo wasn't super good when he came up on the main roster with the mic. I feel like he's kind of just now kind of getting that real good promo cutting talent. But I mean, it's all in how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him for wanting to go and work on the details of his game before coming to
Mm-hmm.
the main roster. And then he's probably trying to develop his own story and might
Yep.
not want to just jump in and then be a part of the bloodline and stuff like that. He might want to have, work himself, or it's a lot of different things that can go into that.
Yeah. I mean, him detailing saying the people that he talked to, Roman, the twins, Rikishi, Triple H, HBK, Terry Taylor, and he's like, look, I want to grow some more before I get up under the big lights, and because I want my product to be, kind of sort of A1, when that time comes to make that jump. Like shit, he has a plan and he's sticking to it.
Facts.
But yeah, with that happened, it was a pop. It was his debut blew the roof off the arena. It was like the anticipation was lit, and 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 the fans, showed their adulation for it, and the screaming, the hollering, the chanting his name, the holy shit, this is awesome. All that happened. And speaking of big happenings, the big match that I think threw everybody for a loop with the outcome. Main event beating Solo Dolo. They pulled the trigger on it for him. I think there's a plan in there because for what Solo been on for the last 3-4 months of I hate the bloodline. I hate this fucked up ass family. Type angle, and now he having to go back to the family. I'm intrigued to see where they're gonna go with it. What about you?
Now, and I was waiting for this, for us to do this, to bring this up. I did a short over like who I wanted to see in the Money in the Bank. And I had an idea of Solo being in the Money in the Bank and cashing in on Roman. And somehow, getting himself out of the bloodline like that, or trying to take it over. So, or causing some type of inner circle mischief more so than anything. So, because you got Jacob, he kind of still a wild card. He kind of only listens to Roman. So, him, that might be a way Solo and him can kind of do some inner circle, destruction. But also too, I feel like Zilla can come, like say Solo wins the Money in the Bank and does all that, and then Zilla comes and stops him from taking that. And then now, now Roman gotta punish you because you done tried me and stuff like that. So it's so many ways they can do it. I just triple hoe you. Yeah, you don't mess this up.
Yes.
That's where, because it's so much, like you were saying, it's so much they can go with that. It's so many angles and ways they can do this, and then have it for some longevity too.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see that. Honestly, I would like to see him cause that inner turmoil and some go down, because you can have
there is another one of Rikishi's kids is sitting ready to join the WWE. Graduate up. He's been in development. And the rumor is he's coming up and going to join the MSTs with Haku. The one that looks so much like Jimmy.
Yeah, I was thinking Zilla might join the MFTs.
Hey, it's this thing is setting up to be so explosive. Um, the way everything is going. And speaking of the MFTs, they are now World Tag Team Champs.
Yes, sir.
After winning the triple threat, finishing off the Brothers Slam, pinning R-Truth. This is huge. It's real huge for them to get the belts now immediately. It's setting up for some chaotic things. They're looking dominant.
They might be trying to establish a bloodline on SmackDown.
Haku coming in and getting his sons, getting with his sons, and moving accordingly. I mean, this things are shaking up now. Things are shaking up.
A Triple Ho got his writers in place, man.
Yes, because you got some good things in place right now. You got some good things in place right now. With them getting the belts. That was one of two belts that changed hands on last night. JC Jane is now your Women's United States Heavyweight Champ, which give Fatal Influence, all members of Fatal Influence got belts.
Triple gold, baby.
Yeah. Which it makes it kind of interesting.
But see, that's what we was hoping for Jade in her fraction.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting. Where things are going to go with Jade and Charlotte's, now, collision course set. And will the backup dancers, go for tag team gold in that faction? Where
start working that way towards it. Especially because the belts just exchanged. So now it's like, okay, time is reset. Everybody it's time to reset now. Everybody got to switch their focus to how they can attack Fatal Influence. So hopefully they got a little storyline for them to get the belts, or at least be in competition with it.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like is just having them sitting around waiting for Jade to do something.
Right.
And for them to intervene. They need to be actively trying to go after belts and stuff like that. So that's the one thing I think needs to happen.
Yeah. Now, speaking of going after belts, I'm kind of okay with it because it kind of extends the storyline, but at the same time, I was kind of hoping that it went on and took the belt off of her. But Chelsea was given a 30-day reprieve. She has 30 days, 30 more days before she, something has to give with her and that championship belt. The irresistible forces have made their intuitions known, and they beat the brakes off of Tip, and was like, and made it Chelsea. We want that. We want that. That also happened Friday. It also, Gunther came down and decided he was going to try to, shame her, and he ended up, getting the brakes beat off of him by Chelsea's husband.
Yeah, Mike put that in the chat. I seen that. I said, "Oh shit, what the hell?" Yeah, they just doing anything with Gunther now. Like Gunther they need to send him on a little 30-day break or something, bro. They got you coming at the women and stuff like that. That to me is not a good look. He needs to say something about that. Like, nah, bro, that's not a move that we should have made. I don't even like that on my character.
Yeah, he took a beat down on it right there. But
since you said that she got another 30 days, Money in the Bank is not too far away, so she probably is going to lose it at Money in the Bank. I mean, not at Money in the Bank, but well,
yeah, that's what's coming up.
Yeah, but I don't think she's gonna wrestle because of that eye, like you said. So it's like,
because I don't see that situation, her situation, bone fracture in the face.
That's gonna be good wild.
Yeah, we're talking about at least 2 months. But I think you kind of keep people interested. And and once she does, goes and takes a break, it probably, give her 6 more weeks to sit down and let everything completely heal. Because we're talking about at least 2 to 2.5 months, with a bone fracture. Not because I think if it was really a complete break, I think I don't think she would be able to
be in the hospital right about now.
She wouldn't be able to be speaking. I'm saying that. Yeah. She,
they definitely
because they didn't. With all that interaction last night, I noticed they kept it where she wasn't touched.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, you keep the storyline going. You keep interest on the belt. You keep things happening. It's strategic. With that there. So I guess by what is it? It's the 15th. By September 15th, she'll probably, relinquish the belt. Then, with the storyline being she's not medically cleared. She's not healed enough, and have to give it up. And, Nia and Charlotte and Jade have a triple threat match for the belt. In that situation, there was, Becky and Lyra kind of almost came to a head, and Liv escaped again, in that. Let me see what else happened last night. The Viper, in typical Viper fashion, and Cody. Cody is. I'm glad this brawl wasn't one-sided.
Yeah.
It wasn't one-sided. You know what I'm saying? It went. You got the Viper back to his nasty old mean self, which I like it, more than even kill cat. And then you got Cody having to, tap into some shit that he ain't tapped in before. And
dirty, dusty roads.
Yeah, and have to become unhinged, so to speak, in this here situation. I'm glad that went the way it went instead of the brawl being one-sided. They kind of sort of brought the house down, if you will, which was good. You know what I'm saying? Triple Ho, you kind of on a little roll here now. You know what I'm saying? You got 3 weeks in a row of some good shit now.
Yeah, don't fuck your streak up now.
You know, you've been 3 weeks in a row with some good shit. KO and CM Punk.
Ha ha ha.
You know, in their war of words. You know, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? It was some oohs and ahs and you know what I'm saying? You know, setting the stage, you know, a little bit more build up. I figured there'll probably be some blows exchanged, you know what I'm saying, by next week between them. You know what I'm saying? I guess they're extending it with Sammy having that hand injury and can't be, you know, somewhat involved because he's wearing a brace on that left hand. You know what I'm saying? But it was a pretty cool night. You know what I'm saying? To all of that extent. Let me see. What are we missing? What are we missing? Both, you know, two belts.
Trick and no, not Trick, but Corbin and Camelo. Corbin defended his title against him and won that. So
yeah, I think that's going to end up being a triple threat at the next upcoming pay-per-view. I'm digging the build up. You know, with that, you know what I'm saying. Good move with, you know, having the veteran with the two young guns. You know what I'm saying. It breeds, you know what I'm saying, involvement. You know what I'm saying. Let's make it chaotic. You know, to set the scene. You know what I'm saying. You know, now I know at this point you're going to get to see, you know what I'm saying, old Corbin, you know, the old Baron Corbin when he first came in, you know, with his diabolicalness, his evenness, his aggression, you know what I'm saying, against both these cats. You know he's going to pull some stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks, you know, and it's helping Trick evolve from the flossness, you know what I'm saying? Let's get some aggression. Let's see some gritness, you know what I'm saying? Let's, you know, kind of, you know, evolve on the mic some, you know what I'm saying?
Get a little dirt on that meat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because Mello, you know, he looked pretty good on the microphone, you know, teeing off on Corbin. And the match was pretty good.
Yeah.
The match was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I like Corbin's finisher.
Yeah, the end of days.
Yeah. I didn't even know that's what it was called. Neither. I said, "Oh, that's fire."
yeah. That the end of days. Yeah. It's now you got the vision still with the tag team, the other tag team belts. But this build up between Braun Breaker and Oba, that's another situation that has people on the edge of their seats, ready to blow for it to happen.
I think you need to end the vision and let that go out, or somehow let Braun get away from the vision or something. Like,
I mean, the way they're heading it, it looks like, you know what I'm saying, Breaker's gonna stretch out, you know what I'm saying, on his own, because, you know, with the last dialogue between him and Paul, you know, I'm like, all right, okay, I can dig that. You know what I'm saying? You know, Paul was like,
he needs the vision to do that.
You know, no. You know, with the whole, okay, I'm gonna continue to respect Obafemi until you show me that I shouldn't respect Obafemi. You know, and you know, then you had the close almost blow, you know, come to blows situation with them. And you had the crowd build up, you know what I'm saying, chanting, let them fight. You know what I'm saying? This is awesome. You know, the build up is good on that part.
And then of course they had some behind the scenes matches
yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good night. It was a good night. You know, and then the backstage interaction with Alexa, Charlotte, and Paisley. You know, there's some possibility. I know which way I would like this situation to go, and where I think it's gonna go. But you know, you know, if you're listening to the WWE universe, you know, the WWE universe is loving this, you know, Lexi and Charlotte, you know what I'm saying, coalition, and they're bringing in the young gun and you know, into the mix. You know, it gives a little, you know, creative room space, you know, to go a couple of different ways with this. And then I'm not sure how long Lexi's gonna be out of physical action. Not or how that's going to play. You know, but for that interaction to happen the way it did, with her coming out with the doll and Pacey, you know, getting introduced, flying off the top rope, Charlotte getting the win. I could see a 6-woman tag match coming in that particular situation. You know, but the tease is there. Dark Lexi is coming back. You know, you got to let that because the universe has been fuming for her in that aspect. You know, especially, you know, in her being one of you know, Bray's, you know what I'm saying, friends and mentees, you know, and collaborator. You know, and then that's where Triple H, that's where you messed up at now. When you fired the whole Wyatt clan, you know, and people was looking forward to Alexis being a part of that. You know, so you got to do something to reset that. Rebuild that. You know what I'm saying? Situation, so to speak, right there. But again, you know, last night it was pretty hard hitting. You know, you had, you know, you brought out a lot of emotions, Triple. You know, you 3 weeks in a row. You know what I'm saying? You got a little momentum going now. You know what I'm saying?
You actually look like you know what you're doing.
Right. You know, so the big punch was, you know, with Zilla's debut, which is all the talk throughout the WWE universe on this week. You know, and he's making his talk show rounds, you know, in the wrestling community. On it, the build up was great, and we got exactly what, you know, was itching for in his debut, because the fan pop was huge. It brought the roof off the arena. The fans was loving it. They was with all the smoke, all the shits, you know what I'm saying, and wanting more, you know. So I think we can give, you know, Triple H a high grade for this week's action.
Yeah, I give him a B.
Yeah, you know, high grade from NXT to Smackdown. You know, and all things going, it's going to be an interesting look for Monday's situation. what do we expect to happen on Monday with Solo and Roman in the first family?
I mean, he gonna have to bend the knee.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the deal. You gonna have to do
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think he's gonna do it and play along. But I think he's gonna
Yeah.
try to find himself. He's gonna try to find his way to weasel out of it or something.
Yeah.
Get out of that.
Mhm.
So I think that's what's gonna happen with that. And then we also still have we still got that tournament going on.
Yeah, in AAA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in AAA. See, from an overall big picture perspective, I'm digging what's going on. You got a lot of good actions. You know what I'm saying, on all four brands. And you know, with Rey Mysterio running the AAA brand, and this tournament is getting a lot of attention, a lot of fanfare. And the Latino impact, you know, in Latin American, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Spanish community, Spanish universe is blowing up. You know, there's a lot. All eyes, so to speak, is on AAA. You know, a lot of those matches are getting, you know, saying big eyes, big fanfare, big pops. And this tournament is shining a bright light. You know, Penta with even with, you know, saying the belt changes hand between him and Gable, but Penta has a lot of momentum.
I think he wins the tournament for sure.
Yeah, you know, him to end up in a match with Roman, I'm kind of intrigued on that. You know, the OTC and Penta.
Yeah, it will be a nice little match.
This will be interesting.
I definitely want to see how Roman handles a high energy kind of octane type of guy. Because has he ever wrestled a luchador or anybody of Penta's like wrestling background?
That type of style.
Yeah, because most of the time he's wrestling people kind of along his lines.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. It's been a while since he's been in the ring with the likes of Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Matter of fact, the funny thing that you brung him up, for some reason, I can see Nakamura, him somehow coming out of nowhere with a tag team partner taking the titles off the Vision. For some reason, I keep seeing him pop up on my timeline and stuff.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was what he was talking to.
Yeah, he hit. That was a tease. That tease was yeah. So you know, we got a lot that you know what I'm saying is going to, you know, leading off the week on Monday, Monday Night Raw. So yeah. I think that about covers it, right?
Yes, sir.
That about covers.
I wouldn't mind seeing having LA Knight win the Money in the Bank.
There's another. There's another.
I think this coming Monday, it should be the start of people getting qualified for that.
The Money in the Bank qualifying matches.
Yeah. So I think it's time to start those. So I think that'll be some Monday that will be going on, along with the solo and the tournament match. That'll be like three things going on then. And then of course, you know, they always somehow somebody gets a match that night going down. So
right.
I'm kind of wanting to see what how this Soul Ruka and Big Mama gonna happen, because Ruka, I'm pretty sure Soul Ruka says she coming back for her title, her Intercontinental. And if y'all ain't noticed, that barbed wire that was on her on Rodriguez's title, they took that off.
Ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. So once again, all members of Fatal Influence have belts.
Yeah.
The MFT are the WWE Tag Champs. Everything's tuning up for CM Punk and KO. Looks like we're getting ready to see Roman get in the ring with probably someone from Triple A, or LA. Looks to be like LA Knight is going to be his next big opponent.
Yeah.
So hey, we're again, saying, stay on the edge of the seat, stay watching. If you're out there, keep putting the pressure on social media, on Triple H to do what's best for business.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep giving you guys the recaps and reviews. We're probably gonna tee up Monday Night Raw for the live watch this week.
Cool.
To give that back to you. And so it will be definitely giving program alerts tomorrow for all of that for the week. Y'all stay tuned. And hey, appreciate everybody for joining, watching. It's been a busy day.
Yeah.
It's been a busy 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? Give it, from all the cultures. You know what I'm saying? So any final notes? Any final thoughts?
Did we get everything? That's it. That's about it. Always, at all times, keep your McFoley right.
Right. That being said, man, we're gonna keep it dirty. We always keep it real with ourselves. You gotta let your next choice be the best choice for the pot stirrer. I am the people's OG, aka Mr. White. Hey man, y'all enjoy your Saturday night.
Peace.
Yeah, check the mic. Word up. OG Big Sam holds the crown. With the fam, we run the town. Mad Monday with the general. Every move is fundamental. Wicked T Wednesday. Fridays high noon madness. Master content agility. Avoiding all the sadness. Always tune in to the network. Mr. White.